So many ways for them to really wrestle away that control from Dewa. And there's pick-up potential with the Farsa as well, but Dewa gonna strike back on the aggression, going with the Selena Gatot.
Whoa! That's not a Harris. Oh, sorry, that's not a Clint. That's a 1-1.
Or a Moskov. What do you think about this 1-1 with a chip? Because technically the 1-1 needs a little bit more time to get those stacks down, right?
I think it's the idea that they want something that can kind of be active in the midst of a chaotic team fight. They're all going to be diving in. The Claw could have been a bit addition to dive in together, but now with the 1-1, they can just leave Toy to his own devices and let him fly with the crossbow of Tang and just try and focus on their own crashing fight with that shortcut.
How is the lane with the Harris with the 1-1?
It's pretty good. Pretty
For
good
the
against
1-1?
Yeah.
All right, there it is. Lineup rating 6.5, this time in favor of RRQ. So ladies and gentlemen, let's see whether or not the Kings of Kings can get this done. 2-0 against Dewa. Or can Dewa force a game number 3 with their Selena Gatot double CC lineup? Let's head over to the court.
The big problem for the 1-1 will be the Haya. So Ray's gonna has a lot of pressure on him to shut down this 1-1 down below.
But remember that Edok on this chip, it's not only about the shortcut play, it's also about the shadowing, right? With that built-in sustain, that where Chip just starts eating and regenerating health when he's just roaming around, it's very easy for Edok to actually be around the vicinity and just zone away, at least give intelligence to his team for Ray and Rez to not be able to just go in undetected and make a play. Okay, the Emblem by Andy home. As usual, Season Hunter for both the Hayabusa and the Selena. But, ooh, it is.
Just a skirmish here for Lethal. It's going to be a win for Dewa, but pull yourself together for the 1-1. So, faster cooldown for the Inspire.
More playmaking potential there when it comes down to it. Maybe himself goes for the Bargain Hunter as well, so not as much combat prowess in the early game, but it's all about the power spike. If he gets the first items early enough, that's where he wants to be, right? Getting an item power spike and immediately getting into the down and dirty, getting into the action in those skirmishes 2v2 or 3v3.
I mean, speaking of, getting down and dirty early, Dewa United should have a little bit more to say, right? They have Octa on the Selena, not relying on the level 4, but we're not seeing too much aggression from Dewa right now. Meanwhile, something like Rins in the mid lane would require that level 4 to get that Feather Airstrike to deal that damage when it comes down to it. And here it is, that's the aggression.
Great arrow lands, Sutsujin taken down. No more magic damage reduction.
That's an unfortunate situation to be in. Sutsujin was looking at the lane, trying to set up a gank. He gets hit from behind with that arrow. It should be a free take for Dewa. RRQ are sticking around.
They have to concede this one. Well played to Dewa. First turtle over, maybe down below. Feather Airstrike locking him down. Woo.
They were looking for that, trade, right? They were unable to get that turtle, unfortunately, because of Sutsujin being taken down that early, which was expected. Aggression coming through from Dewa, but Dewa actually handled that really well. Maybe not getting taken down, no punishment. So you do see Dewa now holding on to that 500 gold lead in the first few minutes of the game.
Really a great start, but they gotta push the advantage a bit more right here. Especially Octa seems to be struggling a little bit with the clear speed of Rins. I feel like Dewa should really try and play around this, get the clear fast and start roaming again. With a Gatot and a Selena, there's so many ways for you to set up for a dive. Yeah. Even with the Hayabusa, right? The fact that so many people can just go immune, drop turret aggro, there's so many ways they can play this.
But remember, that's a small window that Dewa can actually utilize, right? The pre-level 4 Edok, because now Edok is at level 4, and he should be able to turn things around. The pickoffs that we saw from Dewa, Edok can actually replicate the same thing. Now that Rins is already at level 5 as well, Sutsujin should be catching up in terms of jungle despite him losing ground in that first few minutes of the game because of that death. He's a level below right now. That's a solo kill onto Octa.
Might be turned it back though. Rins does have the flicker. Ooh, Ray. Not gonna use the shadow kill there. Knows there's a flicker. Knows it could be blinked out of.
Good respect there as well for Ray. He's, I guess last second, he was kind of hesitating. Then he saw Sutsujin is charging up, that's stunned there. Immediately thinks, okay, best not to try and tempt fate there. Now with the turtle coming up, RRQ are definitely in better position. Watch Edok here. He's the main guy that can kind of pull the trigger for RRQ. only if the lanes are going in the favor though, and Diamond already rotates.
Heading up for the turtle here. Neutral objective number 2. This time, Edok has that shortcut.
But also Ray's a level ahead of Sutsujin. He is on the Hayabusa. Meanwhile, Sutsujin is up top.
They have a shortcut, so this is not a disadvantage. Edok gonna be walking in, going for the crash course, pops in. No shortcut yet. Ray catches it. The shortcut placed down into the turtle pit. Now Sutsujin. Oh, another portal. It's a messy team fight. Some on-force placed in, maybe. Caught in that infernal pursuit. RRQ get nothing off of that except for the turret gold up top.
Interesting play there to kind of send Sutsujin to be splitting out. Oh, look at this, the Mueza.
Should be good, has the AOG, missile arrow lands. Now it's gonna be the all-in coming out with AOG! Zoning him away, Tyrant gonna be caught, has to flicker out.
Choose on the other foot right now. Ray is the one on the Hayabusa with 2 kills. Already starting that small snowball. But that's why it's called a snowball. But look at this, the guy that Sheffin is a big fan of.
Shadow kill, Tyrant! Torn down by the DOT of Mueza. Careful, Sheffin is not in the building, he is left.
Left immediately right there. So many things happening, man. We see RRQ Lemon showing up, and also...
Hi, Lemon!
Hello, Lemon.
Also Dewa, though. As we see Lemon, you see RRQ kind of falling behind even further. By all means, Indo can still make the shortcut play and come back. That's why it's so good. Look at the damage, though.
3-0, forcing the flicker out from Okta.
Yeah, that's already a lot of pressure coming through from RRQ. An option for them to utilize because, you know, granted, Rin's on the far side with a feather airstrike can outrange maybe and be a big deterrent in these team fights.
And all in over Mueza. Toy unable to get all the weakness points. Maybe! Wow, just walks up.
You see all these spells used up already. Just to try and capitalize, at least get a better trade back in. But look at Edok, man. He has information right now. They've just seen Ray clearing, seems like. He's definitely looking for some kind of pickoff, but Dewa aren't really revealing the easy avenues of approach right there. What's going on? He's just staying there for a bit too long, I feel like.
He's waiting for Ray.
Ray knows, right?
Don't know if he does. Does seem like Ray's being cautious right now. He's gonna go for the turtle.
So it looked like he knew because he was sticking under the turret if you saw the rotations earlier on. So Edok is now in a position where I think RQ don't necessarily, I mean, Dewa don't necessarily know where he is. So Tsujin's looking for maybe an avenue to punish Dewa with, but still can't find it. Mueza's looking for Edok.
Uh-oh,
he finds him. He gets spotted.
Wait a minute, there's a fight up top as well as Ray jumps in with the quad shadow. They don't know who to target because if they go all in on Edok, Edok can just pop in shortcut and it'll be an all-in against an all-in.
RQ's pressure right now, though, putting some pressure onto that turtle.
Darren poke down, Ray walking out, shadow kill! Sutsujin gets it, but he has to die for it. Killing spree for Ray. Abyssal arrow lands for Okta down below. It's a 2v1. That's gonna be maybe buying a lot of time. Dyron gets a 3-man. Pass him down. The force now in for the pursuit. Dyron walks up, gets 1. Rez able to get the kill onto the back as well as Rince falls. Dyron against 2. Dyron against 3. Jumping in front of pursuit. Not able to escape. Ray getting down there. Maybe able to bait out a few of these members. Walking up, Edok. Almost taken out. Forced to flicker out. Maybe. Flicker! 2v1 win! Wants to go for another toy! Taken down to the 2v1! Sutsujin taking the portal, now 1v1 against Maybe. Able to go into the turret. That's a kill back for the mercenary, but Mueza and Rez have rotated down below. Mueza with a taunt. Rez zoning him away. That's a blame for Sutsujin, dashing across the wall. Okta and Ray ready to capitalize. A missile arrow not landing, but a trap will. That's a bonk and a kill for Rez.
Wow. After all is said and done, Ray's looking for more here.
Oh, shadow kill! Ritz gets caught by the arrow! Diamond forced to go in, no flicker. Another arrow lands, but Edok takes the trap.
That was so worth it for Dewa, was it not? I mean, at the end of the day, Dewa were able to pick up more kills, have more pressure on the map, and they're going to be able to pick up this turret in the bottom lane as well.
Yeah, Dewa's doing a great job here, just really avoiding the chip threat. The fact that they were so good at just being concerned about the portals, right, where Indo can potentially show up. They're sending Mueza to kind of scout out. They have Okta to kind of set abyssal traps to expose RRQ as well. It seems like RRQ are the ones now just really desperately looking for a play of some sort. Because again, Indo has been shut down already, and the rest of the team can't really make a play without that shortcut, right? They're not that kind of solo chase type of team. So Dewa's just doing a great job with a 3K gold lead. It's not a game ending by all means, but it's a great start, and they can continue to build on this.
And up until this point, we really haven't felt the presence of Toy on the 1-1.
Yeah.
Will that change in this next neutral objective fight? Because it looks like both teams are looking to focus on it.
Chain CC, Edok taken down by Octa. Sutsujin takes it now, crossbow tangle roll only onto Mueza. Why to revitalize? Maybe walking up, gets taken out by Sutsujin. Rez jumping in, Mueza with a taunt again. Now, it's them having the back away. Sutsujin still able to blink away, but Ray gets the kill. Now Quad Shadow again has another. Able to juke away for so much, but Toy gets the shutdown. Rez and Octa, 2v3.
Yeah, 2-for-3 trade, ladies and gentlemen. But luckily for RRQ, despite losing a lot less, they were also able to take down maybe first. And I think that was a big step for them to be able to win that team fight. And then Ray was taken down, so absolutely no objective take despite Sutsujin being let go. And RRQ hold on to that pressure, and they also hold on to that turret in the mid lane.
RRQ might want to leave the Lord available so that they can kind of predict Dewa's movements better, allow Edok and the chip to find something more. The fact that the shutdown, by the way, was picked up by Toy is so ideal for RRQ as well. 500 gold lead at this point, and now Dewa trying to find something back.
Trying to blitz it. They're not going to give RRQ the time to actually set up for the chip. You can hear the bells ringing here as Rez opens it up in the bottom lane. Sutsujin dealing some damage, but Rez is able to tank up so much now with the bottom out to Rins. He's just going to sacrifice himself for this Lord. Shortcut coming down. Sutsujin! The mercenary wins out the retreat battle as Dyron walks up. Mueza able to get the kill, but maybe is not caught without his mod force. Chased down by Toy. It's a win for RRQ, and they're chasing Octa down in the bottom lane. Sutsujin chasing him down. Soul Sever looking forward. Abyssal arrow lands, but say goodnight to Octa.
This is a massive win for RRQ. They've completely turned the tables around. It was a almost 3,000 gold lead for Dewa earlier on, and look at the gold lead now. Completely shifted over to the half-season champs. Look at the shields break one by one. Look at them going for the siege into the mid lane. They don't necessarily pick up an inhibitor turret just yet, but remember, those waves are still crashing in favor of RRQ.
Within a span of 1 or 2 minutes, the gold lead went from 4K for Dewa now to 5K for RRQ. That's a massive swing, dude. And it's so drastic in such a short period of time. Now with Toy picking up a different kind of trinity, Demon Hunter Sword, Corrosion Scythe, no Golden Staff, obviously, but Sea Halberd, Mueza, already feeling the damage, man. No physical, only physical damage reduction as well for the Garot Kacha. So Rins, who's been so passive throughout the game, now has a really good shot at just bursting people down.
Yeah, these past two lore takes have just been so bad for Dewa. RRQ have played it really well, and it's interesting because it's literally the same approach from RRQ, right? Edok comes in, conceals, is able to open up the portal, take a person down. Hopefully it's maybe, sometimes it's not. Ray gets taken down. And Dewa doesn't seem to be adapting to that kind of strategy, that style.
They gotta play within their box, and their box is maybe. And I think they've just really, I think they just don't understand their win conditions here, because early on it looked like they did, but then here you're just seeing so many scattered fights. They're trying to fight RRQ without maybe a lot of times. You know,
right.
Rez is walking up, trying to zone them away. Maybe's being left alone. Octa dives, Ray dives. And maybe he's just like, guys, don't we play for me again on the Herod? I had a power spike, I have a Holy Crystal. But also the 1-1, that's normal build for 1-1. You don't go Golden Staff. It's DHS, Corrosion Scythe. Usually you go Windtalker. Now we see more Melting Guns.
Yeah, he's confused on how to refer to it, because it's not the Marksman Trinity by all means, but now with the Malefic Gun as well. So the range, speaking of range, so many avenues for RRQ to go in right now. And here's the point, the front line that was so dominant from Dewa that they couldn't take, RRQ couldn't take out Rez and Mueza. Now Dyron is the one standing tall in the front, taking all that damage, and it's no problem. So they have no control, and without control, there's less options for Octa to confuse RRQ with the angles on some of these abyssal arrows.
Let's take a look at this skill hit rate. 40.38%, 52 out of 21 hits. Honestly, his arrows were detrimental to the success that Dewa were able to hold in the early portion of the game.
And it was very important. He started off a series of events just through those abyssal arrows, looking for it again right now. But look at this, right? Diamond can just stand there and he's not phased.
Yeah, that's... Oh, Toy who gets it. Gets time of the abyssal arrow. Now Ray walks up. Substitute Blade Surge. 1 HP on Ray. Rez gets taken out. Mueza holding Diamond off, and now it's an AOG to escape. Edok still has the shortcut. It's a win for RRQ as they get the Lord.
Yeah, Rez gets taken down, the Lord on the way. It's gonna take Dewa United a few more seconds if they're able to hold out. That wave in the top lane isn't crashing at the perfect moment of time, but it looks like Sutsujin has been sent to handle that. That's a 1v1 in the jungle.
Oh, Lord pushing in the mid lane will be cracked open. Another wave down below. What?
Ray wins it!
Ray gets the 1v1 on Sutsujin. Now an arrow not landing. Oh my damage from maybe. Ray has the quad shadow on Diamond. He doesn't have the shadow kill though, so it's just a threat.
Okay, just like that. RRQ take 2 base turrets, but there's a glimmer of hope right there. The solo kill that Ray was able to get. He's still a Hayabusa with 6 kills. Nothing to ignore in a game like this. Dewa though, can they find more moments like that? But that was an interesting thing I noticed earlier. It really feels like RRQ, they're not really using the shortcut to really get ahead with the pickoffs in the early game. It's almost like they used it in order to farm more efficiently, and then now it's kind of paid off when they're actually able to match with items, and Dewa can't really exert their will on RRQ any longer.
They've caught up, right? It's an interesting way, their playstyle right now for RRQ. We're looking at the player head-to-head now between Maybe as well as Toy. We do see gold GPM favoring Toy at this point, but damage is still heavily favoring Maybe.
Definitely does a lot more damage, a lot faster as well. Toy, at this point, is the fact that he can just move a lot freer compared to Maybe. That's a big deal right here, as the audience are cheering. Wonder what that's about.
Yeah, what happened? Yeah.
Not too
Were
sure
they just looking at Toy?
I guess so.
Like,
Because they're cheering the boy
Toy!
up. Or maybe they're just chanting. But, yeah. You saw damage for the Harith already earlier. I feel like they need to start playing for the Harith. Maybe is about to get Divine Glaive. He is doing crazy damage. Just play with him. And I think they should actually have an angle to come back here.
Yeah, especially with RRQ really playing to shut Ray down. Earlier, the moment he went in, he got stunned up almost immediately, right? So if RRQ are focusing too far on Ray, maybe can find a window here.
Ooh, good steal from Sutsujin.
No purple buff, Ray.
No purple buff for the next fight. And still, they have to deal with Edok now. He hasn't been able to find surprising pick-off moments, but the macro pressure definitely is there. Whenever Dewa wants to clear the far side away from the Lord, they've been bringing 2 or 3 members just on the off chance, on the weird chance that Edok is there, and he indeed is there.
Yeah, Edok is lurking. He's waiting for maybe to clear in that buff.
Divine Glaive though.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Secured.
Yeah, and Toy went for... Well, he has the Wind of Nature and the Rose Gold
Edok.
Meteor.
Look at Edok.
Oh, Edok.
He's in the base.
Why is he
They're not
rotating
purified,
there?
so if he is able to lock them down, it'll be crazy.
Wait, was it in the base though? This is show of dominance.
What?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh my lord, now Edok with the getting into that checkpoint. How did maybe get taken that low? Ray all alone, pops in a shadow kill. Over onto Rins, has the quad shadow, jumping back and forth, he gets the assassination on Rins. Diamond catch him, but then for the pursuit 12 by Sutsujin. Mueza in the midst of it all, now AOG back. 1 for 1, Rins for Ray.
But that means that Dewa do not have retribution in their hands. Do RRQ want to utilize this?
Sending Toy out to do some more damage. Definitely looking for Maybe. That's the big point here. Ray is no longer a problem. Octa
Getting the Abyssal Arrow, now landing it. Look at Edok though. He can force a shortcut play. They can all just take the shortcut and end the game. Rez on it right now on the way, but the shortcut's all pulled down. They're not taking it away. Why recall? There's a shortcut right there! RRQ just end!
What was that play? RRQ, the half-season champs, 2-0. No challenge whatsoever from Dewa United in our opening match of the day here at week 5, day number 2.